WCLN is Star Communication Channel 16 is 602, and that's Slim Supreme Angel over yonder on this Sunday afternoon. It's time now for Tika Talk, y'all.
Welcome to Tika Talks, as she touches on everyday topics and issues in our lives, encouraging and uplifting. And now, without further ado, introducing Tika Talks.
Hello, great people. I am Tamika Marable King. Thank you for tuning in to Tika Talks. So, today, let me just give you my little story as usual, but I have a special guest that I'm going to put on shortly. So y'all stay tuned, okay? Here we go. The Pelican is the world's most unwanted ship. The Pelican has been sailing since 1986 with no place to dock. Everywhere the Pelican goes, it is rejected, it is unwanted, and it's denied. Why? Because in 1986, there was a political convention held in Philadelphia. But during the week of the convention, the sanitation department went on strike. So they used the political convention to make their statement. They went on strike, and there was nobody to pick up the garbage. The problem got so bad that eventually the trash of Philadelphia was collected by other city workers and put on the bow of the Pelican just to get rid of it. So this is a 466-foot freighter. All that garbage, unaddressed for a period of time, began to smell toxic. It was toxic, and then it was unwanted. Life has a way of unloading its garbage on us, so that over time we become filled with trash and no one wants us around. I say that to say this. Gossip is garbage. Okay? We were not given the privilege of having our mouths, our lips, our tongue, or our voices, the ability to talk, to spend it on being gossips or gossipers. The mouth speaks out of that which fills the heart. Truthfully, gossip is not motivated by love, but by pride or a critical spirit, a judgmental spirit. It's something that everybody has done before. You know what I'm saying? Gossip is defined as idle talk or rumors, especially about personal or private affairs of other people. It's casual or unconstrained conversation about other people, and it typically involves details that aren't even confirmed to be true. So, when you're telling the truth in love to the right people for the right reason, that is not gossip. However, when we go about using our words for evil and trying to do things in a deceitful manner or a malicious way with evil intent, it's wrong, it's sinful, God hates it, and too many people are guilty of it. And people often say everybody does it, so on and so forth. But why everything everybody else is doing should you do too? I don't think you should. So when you hear somebody gossiping or speaking evil, we've got to start to denounce that. When somebody comes to you with something, you need to ask yourself these questions. Why are you telling me this? Would you say that in front of the person, or did you already tell the person? Because most of the time, the things that they bring to you, they're not willing to say in the presence of the person they're actually talking about. If they got to wait until the person leaves the room to begin talking about them, what does that say about the person? To me, it's very cowardly to gossip. And it brings about nothing but negativity. Your attempt is to bring somebody down or tear down their character because of your own fear and insecurities. We got to grow up. So, it's not, at any age, people can be guilty of gossip. It's the furthest thing from the truth. It's just flat out lying 99% of the time. It's bearing false witness on the people who you're coming against. And it's something that divides. It divides families, it divides friends, it divides husbands and wives. We got to learn to be quiet and, repent regarding gossip. Because if that's the spirit that you're struggling with and you're suffering from, you cannot have a mouth of praise, and at the same time you're a gossiper. You're not genuinely in connection with God. So we have to watch what is coming out of our mouth at all times. Stop being so quick to spread the things that you don't know to be true. It's informal dirt, and it is toxic. For some reason, people just think it's so okay. It's okay to do because this is what I believe or this is what I think. No. If you do not know for sure, and even when you know for sure, if you know something about somebody and you go to tell somebody else and you're doing that with malicious intent, or you're trying to hurt somebody or make them look bad, then you're a gossiper. Okay? So, don't be in denial. And the only way God can help us in any situation is if we can admit to the fact that that's what it is. So we have to be real with ourselves. We have to be real with the people who surround us. And if what comes out of my mouth is, meant to hurt the character of somebody else, then God, I need you to separate the spirit of gossip from me. I need you to check me, cleanse me, purge me. I don't need it. I don't want it. And we got to stop letting people come around us and contaminate us with that type of garbage. We can't. I am gonna go ahead and roll out on this right here. That's it. I just wanted y'all to know gossip is still a sin. We need to stop it. We need to speak positively over ourselves and those who we are surrounded by, edifying the people that we spend time with, talk to, love on. Stop with all the negative. Stop with all the garbage, okay? Stop contaminating other people's lives and stop being contaminated. I absolutely love you. I am going to bring my guest on at this point, so you all need to just simply do what you do best. That's being you. I'm going to give the floor to my wonderful brother-in-law. His name is Greg King, and he's going to shed some light on some things himself, y'all. This is just something we're trying. New year, new us. Okay?
Thank you for that introduction. And it's amazing that Tika was talking about gossip, because when I messaged her this morning, I had on my mind Proverbs 18:20 and 21. And it goes, a man's belly shall be satisfied with the fruit of his mouth, and with the increase of his lips shall he be filled. Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. That's one thing that I've lived by and grown by the last, I'd say 10, 15 years of my life. My mother, she used to tell us that, and I finally got the hang of it. And so when I wake up in the morning, I start off with positive talk. I don't hit the snooze button. If my alarm goes off, I hit the floor. The first 5 minutes of your day is dictated by what you do when that alarm clock goes off. Do you snooze, or are you going to snooze your day away? If you get up, you're going to get up and you're going to be motivated. I try to have positive talk and see the positive in all the good, all the bad. Let's see, Psalms 23, it says that, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. So that doesn't mean that you're not going to encounter some things in life. You just have to know what to say when you encounter those things. I mean, a lot of us, we are guilty of saying, well, when people ask us how we're doing, first thing that we say is, I don't feel so good, or my head hurts. That's negative. We have to look at the positive. God, he woke you up. You were alive, and you were here to hear that question be asked to you. I'm quick to say it's great to be seen and not viewed. As long as somebody can see me, I know that I can answer them back. Or one of the other phrases that we say a lot of times is something all the time. Mm-hmm. When I'm encountered with someone who says that, I say, well, maybe in your life, but not in mine. Mm-hmm. You have a choice to make. You can make the choice to say it's something all the time, or you can do something about that something that's happening all the time in your life. When it rains, it pours. That's another one. You can't grow if there's not a little bit of rain. Mm. And nothing grows. I grew up here in Clinton. We grew up farming. In order for a seed to grow, it had to get dirty. It had to be covered in dirt. Right. And that seed couldn't grow if there was no rain. So why not appreciate the rain that's in your life? Why not appreciate the dirt that's getting thrown on you? When dirt is getting thrown on you, why don't you just call for a little bit of rain? God is right there. He's there all the time, and all you have to do is talk to him. If you ask him for a little bit of dirt to cover your seed, because if a seed is not covered deep enough, certain ones, they won't grow. The sun will come out and it'll burn it up.
Come on now.
But while the seed is on top of the ground, if it rains on that seed, it'll put it in the dirt.
That's right.
And that rain is going to cause the dirt to cover it up. And after the sun comes out again, then that seed will grow.
There you go.
So I just try to live my life by Proverbs 18 and 21. Death and life are in the power of the tongue. The first word in 21 is death.
Mm-hmm.
Human nature, our human nature is for us to speak negatively. When someone dies, it's easy to talk about what they used to do.
Mm-hmm.
You hardly ever hear any good news when you turn on the news. So it's our human nature to speak death. So we have to change that around. It's in our minds that we're going to speak negative over anything when somebody asks us anything or when we see anything. So it's up to us to change that. It's up to us to speak life instead of death. I think we can change this around and say life and death are in the power of the tongue. So we can speak life first and death later.
That's right.
Death is destined to come, but life is coming after death, as long as we're living right.
Amen.
So what I say is, when people ask you how you're doing, it doesn't matter if you have a headache, if you have a backache. There's always someone who might be doing a little bit worse than you. As long as we can realize that, it's going to be a great day. It's great to be seen. It's great to be heard.
That's right.
It's great that I even heard you ask me that question and I can answer you. Some people can't even talk. So just think on that. You know, you might have your little backache, your headache, your little pains in your bodies. And I'm saying little because God is bigger than all of it. And that's how I have to view it. That's how you need to view it. That's how we all need to view it. God is bigger than any problem that we can ever encounter. He's bigger than any situation that can come against us. And back to Psalms 23, like I said, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. Being in a valley, you won't even know that you're in a valley if you've never been to the top.
Mm.
And that's the only way you won't understand the good if you don't have some bad. So live through the bad times, but make sure you're going through. The best part about going through is getting through. That's another thing that I live by in life. You don't sit there and watch your situation while you're in it. Because if you can see yourself on the other side of it, then you'll make it there. Because that's God's promise to us. So why get stuck in what you're in? Anybody can get stuck in what you're in. Anybody can focus on the now. But it's God's promise to us that if we have faith and believe in him and we work that faith, that he's going to come through for us. I'm just here for these few minutes, and I thank my sister-in-law for allowing me to come.
I think he was awesome. Heaven sent. We appreciate your words of wisdom. We know that was given to you by God because he is a man of God. So, you know, I am hoping and praying that you all got as much out of what he just said as I did. You know, sometimes we have to invite others in and allow them to speak as well. I appreciate you taking the time out. We also have his wife here. You know my husband's here, of course.
She need to come around for a minute. She ought to be with camera.
Come on.
Okay. Yeah,
This is my
That's
sister-in-law.
Oh, yes.
That's enough.
Oh, he said that's
This
enough.
is my sister-in-law, Miss Marissa. Y'all, you will be seeing more. We might have to bring Greg back because
Yeah, bring him
you
back.
know, that was good. That's divine. I appreciate it. I again absolutely love y'all. This week's shout out goes to my mom, Constance Solace. Thank you for babysitting this weekend. You know, I appreciate you. I love you. You all have a wonderful, prosperous week. Once again, do what you do best, and that's being you. God bless you. We'll see you next week.
You want to give a shout out?
I don't have any shout outs. I'm just glad to be here.
Okay.
Y'all see his shirt?
Yeah, I got my Tika shirt. I mean, my daughter stole my Tika shirt somewhere.
It's time to purchase another.
Wait, Tell
That's
everybody
the
how
shirt.
to get a Tika Talk shirt.
If you would like to purchase a Tika Talks t-shirt, you can contact me through Facebook, Messenger. If you have my number, contact me using my phone number. That's fine. That's it. Y'all know how to reach me.
Mm-hmm.
I know you do. Okay, hit me up.